We have all heard of the term Sharanagati, meaning surrender. We have also heard that it is a condition for God's grace. He says, when you do Sharanagati, then I will bestow my grace. The question, however, arises, what is the meaning of this Sharanagati? It is not an external act, but a state of our entire consciousness. And this Sharanagati entails 6 points. Anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyatiti vishvaso goptritve varnan tatha atmanikshepakarpanye shadvidha sharanagatihi. The Ahir Budhni Samhita, the Vayu Puran and the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu are all stating your Sharanagati must incorporate these 6 points for you to complete the process of surrender and become eligible for divine grace. Let us understand the first of these 6 points. To desire as per God's wish for us, meaning to unite your will with the will of God. And why so? Because we are His servants. There's a beautiful story of a man who early in the morning got a divine vision. His room was filled with light and God stood there. God instructed him, "Are you my good servant?" "Yes, my Lord." "Then do something for me. In your garden this morning you'll find a huge boulder. Keep on pushing it for half an hour every day." That man felt blessed to have seen God and received His direct instruction. When it got light, he went into his garden and saw there this huge boulder that had appeared. As per the instruction, he began pushing it. But it was so large it would not move. Nevertheless, as per his commitment, he strived for a full half an hour. And the next day again he tried for half an hour. Every day he would dedicate 30 minutes to pushing the boulder with all his might. But it refused to budge. And this created the demon of doubt in his intellect. Does God even know what He instructs? He asked me to move this and I strived, but it did not budge. This doubt started hitting at the very foundation of his bhakti, which got shaken, and his faith in God as well. Until one day, the Supreme once again graced him with an early morning vision. Seeing God in the midst of the light in his room, he bowed down in obeisance and said, "My Lord, you asked me to push and I kept pushing, but that boulder refused to move. Why did you give me such an instruction?" God said, "My child, I did not ask you to move it. I asked you to push it. And you obediently did that. Now take a look at the benefits you got from following the instruction. Your arms and legs have become strong and muscular. Your back has become sturdy. You have grown in willpower. I did not need you to move it. I only needed you to keep pushing. you were called upon to draw upon your faith and to obey my instructions. So God has a supreme plan. We must be willing to have faith and obey His wish. Apart from that, we are His servant. And the duty of the servant is to fulfill the desire of the master. But this is just the first point of Sharanagati. Let's read about it from my latest book, Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism. By nature, we are His servants, and the duty of a servant is to fulfill the desire of the master. So as surrendered devotees of God, we must make our will conform to the will of God. This can be compared to a dry leaf that is surrendered to the wind. It does not complain whether the wind lifts it up, carries it forward or backward, or drops it to the ground. Similarly, we too must learn to be happy in the happiness of God. The inspiring devotional story of Raja Bali is very instructional. Bali, the grandson of Prahlad, was the king of a huge kingdom, and his public just loved him. His rule was marked by tremendous prosperity and growth for all. And to stabilize it further, Bali started performing Ashwamedh Yagyas until he reached the 100th one. At that time, the Devatas panicked that by the strength of his rituals, he will usurp our position. And they prayed and prayed to the Supreme, who ultimately took avatar as the son of Kashyap and Aditi. This was Vaman Bhagavan. Vaman Bhagavan's body was dwarfish. It is said his stature was merely 52 fingers in height. That is why the name Bhavan or Vaman. He was so attracted, the Devatas were enchanted. Bhrigu bestowed upon him the Janeu, the sacred thread. Indra gave him the umbrella. Brihaspati gave him the Charan Padukas of ascetics. And adorned with that, Vaman reached the palace of King Bali, where he entered the Yagyashala, drawing everyone's attention. Bali said, Brahman Devata, welcome to you. I am blessed by the dust of your lotus feet. Pray, how can I serve you today? Vaman responded with his blessings and said, O king, if it behooves you, give me 3 steps of land. King Bali said, O sage, are you not aware of the expanse of my kingdom? You are asking only for 3 steps. Vaman said, it is wrong to be greedy. There is no end to desires. With 3 steps, I will have all I need to do my Sandhya Vandan, and not your steps, but mine. At that moment, when Bali was about to consent, his Guru Shukracharya intervened and warned the disciple that this is not a dwarf, but the Supreme Himself who has come to steal everything from you. Bali, however, was undeterred. He said, why would the Supreme want to steal anything? And if he does, what greater good fortune can there be than surrendering it all? For ultimately, I am his servant. I must do as he wishes. Shukracharya still tried to intervene. And when Bali was about to take the sankalp of giving 3 steps into the water pot, Shukracharya entered. When Bali turned it over, the water was not flowing. Bali took a little twig to see what was blocking the flow. In the meantime, Shukracharya extracted his head to see what was going on, and his eye got punctured. So Shukracharya continued, Mahadehi, don't give. Bali decided his dharma is to obey his Lord. And the moment he gave his resolve, Vaman changed his form. He became so huge that all Bali could see now was his feet. In his first step, he measured all of Bali's kingdom. In the second step, he measured the 3 worlds. In fact, the story goes that he punctured the crust of the universe. And from the Hiranyagarbha, the divine water entered the universe and became the celestial Ganges. He then asked Bali, where should I place my 3rd step? You must fulfill your vow of giving 3 steps in charity. Bali did not hesitate. He lowered his head and said, Maharaj, place your foot on my head. Vaman Bhagavan was thrilled with the surrender of this king. He blessed him, and of course, he made him the king of the nether regions, but made his story immortal and blessed him with the boon that once a year he would be able to return to the earth plane. And that is why till today the festival of Bali, Pratipada and Onam are celebrated as the harvest festivals. However, the blazing teaching of the story is that Sharanagati means to unite your will with the supreme will of your divine master, for you are after all his servant. Like this first point of Sharanagati, there are 5 more to complete the entire process. The others, not to desire against the will of God. 3rd, to have faith he is protecting me. 4th, to feel gratitude for his many little graces. 5th, to give up the sense of proprietorship and see everything you have as his. And 6th, to surrender the pride of having surrendered. We will delve into these more deeply in the coming episodes of Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism.
Who am I? What is the purpose of life? How can I connect with the divine? Find answers to these profound questions and many more with Swami Mukundananda's latest masterpiece, Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism. Join us on the Radha Krishna Bhakti app for an exclusive 30-day challenge that promises to transform your life one lecture at a time. Dive into the wisdom of Vedic knowledge through beautifully summarized lectures, where every takeaway unveils a path to greater understanding. Engage with interactive activities and test your grasp of spiritual concepts, an essential step towards your spiritual progress. Receive daily inspirational quotes from Swamiji himself and let his words guide you on this journey of self-discovery. Sign up for free and earn participation points with each step you take. Embark on your transformative journey today. Hurry! Register now and be a part of something truly divine. Only on the Radha Krishna Bhakti app, your spiritual companion.